Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 New Orders America. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So we were able to send more volunteers to Indonesia. And now we've completely turned the tides. Well, we maybe turned them. There's a lot of troops here. Still, that's a little scary. And then in Colombia, I think things are also looking, I would say, pretty good. You're pretty weak. New Granada's doing some pushes. I'm thinking we can maybe win both wars. Am I crazy for thinking this? Am I crazy for thinking we maybe have something here? Have you sit back for the defense. This will not get us an encirclement, but if we can push away into Java, that would be really, really nice. At 4, you're still defending quite nicely. Thing is, the actual Indonesian army is garbage. It's really just us doing anything here. But if we can shrink our own front line down, there's no way the Indonesians can push through American forces. Like, that's not going to happen. We pushed you, which means we can then get a encirclement penalty against these guys. Kill you off. Okay, pipe radio's finished. And is that all of the spy tech? Yes, okay. Fantastic. Anything we want to do here? Aid Free Indonesia, cripple Indonesian operations. Yes, cripple 100%. God damn. Wait, do we have 100% now because I've done all the research? Is it now just a guaranteed 100% to succeed? It is. Okay, so I'm guessing that's based on the research. So now, does the budget do anything? Both training and RDS growth. So I guess we can actually just cut the budget here a little bit because we don't need the we don't need that anymore. We're at 77, 78. I'm gonna send you down here as well. You hold that line. You're gonna get your way down to Taijigon, which is definitely not how you say that, but that's okay. So get that going. It's looking good. And also, let's just take a quick glance at Angola. It's looking bad. So let's send troops to Angola. Commit more troops. get that going, okay? I want success everywhere. I do not want any failures, okay? When does this actually pass? When does the vote? I guess it's just whenever this focus finishes. Okay, so I need a front line here. You immediately are going to push away towards Jakarta. Now that you're not crossing a strait, this should be significantly easier. Jakarta is going to fall. Move you here, 72, 65. I mean, it's looking a little rough. I'm not going to deny that. Can I push with 3 divisions? Is that crazy? Okay. First, let's hold you back for a quick second. The Affordable Housing Act has passed. As a signing ceremony took place in the Oval Office, the flash of photographers' light bulbs, an assortment of real estate developers, civil rights leaders, and mayors from big cities and small across America applauded as President Robert Kennedy signed the Affordable Housing Act into law. I am pleased to sign this bill into law, which will make it easier to build affordable, livable, and safe housing for all Americans that could only have dreamed about before of home ownership. The president said moments before signing into law. Today, we say that every family in the United States has a right to own their own home. The new law will allow cities to rezone large swaths of areas into higher, denser residential areas to encourage the development of new construction in areas where the cost of housing has been priced many out of the market, and provide low-interest loans to buyers to purchase them. The bill also provides subsidies to develop common areas like parks and shopping centers, and help develop mass transit routes for these new developments into the inner city. These new homes will not be apartment blocks like some opponents have suggested, but duplexes, townhouses, row houses, and other such buildings to allow more people to access the housing that the larger car-focused suburban buildings that are too expensive or even forbidden for racial minorities to access. Government funding is only provided in the condition that there are no barriers that will be put in place for African Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanics, or anyone else. Already there are many plans being drawn up for the Kennedy Burgs in every city of the nation, redeveloping areas that had been overlooked or abandoned for many years, promising a new construction boom that will last a decade or more. So what do we get? It will significantly improve the availability of housing across the nation. everyone becomes more supportive of the progressives, and few people become a little bit more supportive of the Republicans. To stop the spiral. In the best of circumstances, the Greenland Provincial Council was treated as a formality. The United States had appropriated the existing Danish colonial structure when they took over the territory, and combined the two existing councils, introducing elections in the process. Reportedly, this council was responsible for administering Greenland and providing the Greenlanders some representation. The reality was less glamorous. Formerly, the Provincial Council had actual power. It was a singular legal and legislative organ in Greenland that was acknowledged by the United States, but historically had been used to provide a basic administrative service and rubber stamp anything that they requested from American civil or military officials. However, they are looking to change things. Many Greenland's standard of living spiraling downwards, especially for native Greenlanders, and resolved to take action. There were a number of gaping issues in Greenland, from the abysmal state of education to severe inequality between American guest workers and native Greenlanders. For the first time since its founding, the Provincial Council met not to conduct formal ceremonial useless meetings, but to actually exercise their authority in a tangible way. They weren't certain to a degree they could address the issues, but it was worth trying. There was some initial excitement, which was swiftly crushed. The moment that the United States had heard that the Council was attempting to do, a slew of people representing American interests within Greenland began to push back, who didn't hesitate leveraging their economic stranglehold over the territory. Even the minor reforms proposed were soon abandoned by the Council, as it was clear that the Americans opposed them. They tried, and now is the best that they could do right now. Okay, what do we want? Test the waters. The cure for a... cures for a fat purse. I don't know what the hell that even means. Sure, let's test the waters. Sounds like a good place for us to start. We're at 65, 72. I would like to... I think we do need the mechanized division to support the push into Jakarta. Okay, so you know what? Actually, have both of you hold position for the time being. We'll defend this spot. We'll then push you forward to encircle these two divisions if we can. Okay, never mind. But, still, I think that worked out pretty well. We can disable you. You'll both be on this line. 65. I'm liking where you're at. I then want to see if we can push our units forward. Operational success. They're going to get some penalties, which I'm very, very happy to see. And then you are still unstable, huh? Provide some more administrative support. For Colombia, let's take a quick look at you. There's a lot of things we're currently kind of juggling right now. How is... I mean, New Granada's doing pretty well. How are you guys doing? Can I push in? Let's push in here. 31. We're going to push away towards you. Let's take a look at the Colombian Civil War. Republic of Colombia is currently at 60%. They have lost Bogota. So their current capital is not in Medellin. It is further up north, it looks like. It is Barranquilla. Pretty far north. There's no denying that. How are you guys looking? See if you can counter up here. Because again, these guys are very, very, very weak. Which is what we like to see. Can I send any more volunteers? And we're already at 7. Unfortunately, no air wings can be sent. Anyway, we can send even more troops. Coordinate Australian patrols. Operation Linebacker. We can bomb them. Let's bomb the fuck out of them. We'll see how that goes. Discontent's pretty high. There's no denying that. Okay, they're putting some pressure on us. That's not great either. I want you to hold back for the second. Just stay where you're at. History maker. After a successful tenure as Attorney General of Massachusetts, Edward Brook is headed to the governor's mansion. His first significant position was on the Finance Commission of Boston, where he had investigated corruption with the tenacity of a terrier. He took that tenacity with him to the Attorney General's office, where he added organized crime to his hit list, and also supervised the Boston Strangler investigation. Some of you may remember that he was allowed a sidekick to be involved, which some police sources, the television clicked off, Edward Brook had seen enough and could rejoice in his victory. The presenter hadn't said that he was the first black attorney general in Massachusetts history, nor that he would be the first black governor of the state. Instead, he would be the first black governor of the country in decades, the last being nearly a century ago during Reconstruction. And unlike Pinchbach, Brook thought, I was actually elected. Reaching this point in his career had meant overcoming deeply held and widely dispersed bigotry. He remembered when his opponents, Kevin White had, in 1960, used the slogan, "Vote White." He shook his head, clearing his mind. Better to focus on the path ahead than on past battles. He had won the election handily. The voters of Massachusetts responded positively to his tenure as Attorney General and his battles with institutional corruption in the state. Now, however, he was not just an advocate and litigator, but an executive and leader. He would have to learn to steer the ship of state rather than criticize those who did. He never backed down from the challenge in his life, and he was eager to get started. Symbol of progress for New England. So you connect to Borneo. Who are you? You are just Kodam. Is this Kodam territory? Yes. Kodam, where do you surrender at? Indonesian Civil War. They're so close to dying. If we can pull this back, it'll actually be a miracle. Okay, Bulgaria has defeated Macedonia. I don't think that's a huge surprise to anybody. No, not you. I want these two to begin a push back towards Jakarta. Because you connect here. So you're basically... This is now cut off from the rest of Palembang. Are you... You're owned by Kodam. You're owned by Kodam. You're owned by... Wait, do these guys... I guess they don't exist anymore. They've actually just gotten straight up annexed. Which is not great, I would say, by any, means. 94, 96. Like, again, is taking Jakarta enough to win the war? Because I don't know if we need to capitulate them normally or if we can get a event piece. We'll have to kind of just, wait and see. For you, for now, support this push. I'm going to bring you guys up north. And we're going to slowly be pushing our way towards this city. That's kind of my plan right now. What about you? You're worth 5 victory points. What if we switch in, swing you around? 63, 72. Come on. We got this. We got this, boys. We got this. Just take Jakarta. Just take Jakarta. Now, this is a good defensive spot. Like, I'm happy where we are defensively. You guys are still looking good. We're going to need 1 unit to hold this line. Then these other 2 infantry are going to basically push the rest of the way. So I need you then. You're now going to be not last standing. You're going to be fallback lining here. I mean, they can, of course, they have boats. That is something that we do need to remember, is that they do have boats. They can send their troops, around. Which is something that I cannot do, unfortunately. What about you guys? Social forces defense and soft tech goes up. Now, see, here's the thing. I wish I had my Marines out here. Because those are the guys that are actually supposed to be, that I was actually supposed to send before I fucked it up. But that's okay. We fucked it up, but we're switching things around. Do you guys, is it equipment that you don't have? You have no manpower, really. Kind of crazy, actually. And I don't know why you guys don't get supplies. I don't know if it's like a, if volunteers just get less supplies. Hold your position. You can't go here. 75, 72. You're still holding on this line just splendidly. What if we, you know what? Actually, let's pull all of you back. Okay. Here's my thought. We're going to pull these guys back. We're going to have one of you just hold on to the strait. And then we push all these guys out of Palembang. And then we can reposition everybody to try to take Java. I think that is the way to go here. Cures for a fat purse. Once again, Republican strongman Barry Goldwater has taken to the Senate floor to speak against our policies. This time he railed against what he termed reckless spending by the president on our welfare and education programs. After advocating for a massive reduction in spending on government programs, Goldwater ended his tirade by quoting former President James Madison. Charity is no part of the legislative duty of the government. To thunderous applause by the Republican cronies and plenty of our own supposed party brothers in the NPP. He is, as usual, completely wrong, but has managed to trick plenty of the more easily led citizens into agreeing with him and demanding reduced government spending, often in areas they directly benefit from. If Goldwater had his way, he cut welfare programs up like Thanksgiving turkeys, denying millions of Americans the essential aid that they require to lift themselves out of poverty's clutches. It seems that he preferred government revenue to gather dust in a vault somewhere, but what would be good at that? The purpose of taxation is the funding of the program to benefit the taxpayer, and as the government of the United States, it is our duty to ensure Americans have the highest quality of life possible. We cannot let vocal and influential reactionaries prevent us from achieving a brighter future for every American. This nation cannot be truly great until not a single child goes hungry. Okay, so that really just benefits our opponent, unfortunately. Is there any way I can get... Okay, yes, we want to now... Hey! Poverty rates decreased by enough. So yeah, we want to do you. We have social spending. Let's spend this bad boy as well. Excellent. Aside from that, nothing we can do here. He's still seen as a danger to the right. But I do know that there are bigger penalties than that. I think it's like an existential threat or something like that is what it's called. Wars of the poor. Let's build a... safety net, maybe? Go to moderate subsidies. What about, actually, what else can we look? Eyes on the ports. Doctor output plus 2%. You know what? We fight for America. 28 days. Let's get this one going. Yeah, we want to pull out of Java for now, so that we can focus on taking... Is this Palembang or is this Sumatra? Oh god, our units got encircled. Whoopsie. Let's pull back for a quick second so we can reorganize ourselves. Okay, good. We do not want to get encircled and killed off. That'd be embarrassing. That'd be really, really, really embarrassing. Can we send air volunteers? Still no. As nice as that would be, we're still not allowed to. Okay, let's take another look at Colombia. We did take this city, which is great. We then want to push our way here. Can you go here as well? No. That's an Iberian volunteer. You son of a bitch. Get out of there. Why are you even here? Okay, so Colombia is now down to 51%. New Granada actually is kind of looking pretty powerful, which scares me a bit. I am not going to lie about that. But we want to keep moving our way towards this city. And then we can focus all our attention on killing New Granada. Okay? I think this will work. But it's going to be close. Okay, yeah, so you're going to stay here. Get our volunteer forces where they need to be. You're still holding on to this line. They're not going to be able to break this, which is nice. See if I can push our way up to here. We got our volunteers on our way now as well. Better jets. I think we want to just try to improve our units. Jungle. You know what? Sure. Let's get more flamethrowers. I think that seems like a good use of our time. Can I switch you to be something else? You're cut off from supply. So I guess volunteer. I guess what you could do theoretically is I guess you could just delete units and then resend them. That is something that you could theoretically do if you don't care about your units being killed off. I mean, if we have like such a weak infantry like this, I mean, at that point you might as well just sacrifice them and just throw them into the wind, so to speak. So are you so you're an occupation zone. But then your capital, your occupation. We actually just need to push our way up towards Medan. A lot of this is actually not their direct territory. Like, this is an occupied state, technically. Mechanized division. Army coup in Paraguay. And by Paraguay, I mean Peru. Pro-Japanese. Very, very unfortunate. You don't even need to be here anymore, my dude. Yeah, move you in this direction. The Revolutionary Army is being a pain in their ass, which is what I'm happy to see. 96, push you in. Our units might end up actually dying. But again, I think that's actually okay. Like, I know it sounds like it shouldn't be. But if they die, we can just send in, new volunteers. It might actually be beneficial if they died. To be honest. Skirmisher is better probing attack. You know what? Yeah, sure. Well, let's throw Skirmisher on you. Keep some pressure. Keep some pressure. Yeah, so they're not going to be able to... Like, these three guys are defending very, very nicely. We're not going to see them push back there at all. Go in here for support. Hold the line for just a quick moment. I'm really surprised that these units are already not dead. I don't know how that's possible. But I will say, at least for right now, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So if you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not joking, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.